Hey guys, this is Josh, and welcome to another episode of Fundamental Finance and Investing. This week I'm just going to discuss a few things around how to, one, save more money, and two, how to make more money. Because at the end of the day, if we have more money to invest, we can make better returns and essentially reach financial freedom or whatever it is we are trying to achieve earlier. So I'm going to start with, ways of saving more money, because we're definitely in a society these days where it's so easy to just spend. And when it comes to tap and go with cards, like you really just lose track of how much you actually spend. It's not the big purchases that, hurt finances. Say like, if you're going to go out and buy a TV or something that costs $1,000 or more, you're actually usually going to plan for that. And even if you don't plan for it and you do the impulse buy and you buy it where you're at the shops, it's like $1,000 or more. So, it does actually take some thought process before you actually pay for that. Whereas tap and goes, $10 here, $5 here, $10 here. Sure, each $10 spend doesn't feel like much, but at the end of the week when you've done that, 3 or 4 times a day and it racks up to $300-$400 through the week, it really starts to eat into your finances. So I think one of the biggest ways to save money is to stop eating out. Or if you do eat out, plan it, say it's once a day for your lunch or whatever it is, and actually, budget that. And a big way to help not spending money on eating out is to meal prep on the weekend to cover all your meals through the week. Because we all know that time becomes, something of an enemy sometimes during the week. And the last thing you want to do is spend half an hour cooking dinner. Meal prep. So if you spend that hour or two on the weekend, or it doesn't have to even be that long, and then you've got meals for your week, and then you don't need to spend the time creating, dinner every night. You just pull it out, chuck it in the microwave, and eat it. And that's actually a really good way of saving money, because like we'd said before, it can save you easily a couple of $100 a week. That leads me to Money Smart system. So the guys who do the Property Couch podcast and also who run Empower Wealth, they have great resources called the Money Smarts. And basically it's a banking structure that helps you trap all of your surplus into one account. And it just allows you to budget how much you're spending a weekly. And everybody hates the dreadful word budget. There's not a whole lot of budgeting that goes into it. It's mainly just... think about it as three different accounts that you have. You have your savings account, and that's where all of your money that comes into you through work, through investments, through whatever goes into that one account. You have your credit card account, and that's only have a credit card if you can trust yourself having a credit card. If you see yourself having a credit card and then you start to use that to tap and go and you start spending on your credit card and you just don't think that's something you can rein in, cut the credit card up, get rid of it, and just use a savings account. But what the credit card account for is bills, and only bills that you can direct pay from the credit card. So therefore you don't actually ever really need to use your credit card unless you're doing your big one-off purchases such as the holiday or the TV that are planned. And that's, I know a lot of people go like, I use my credit card for everything because I get the points. But at the end of the day, the points aren't making up for the money that you're spending, when you don't really take into account how much you're actually spending. Sure, you might, get a free flight from Brisbane to Sydney or something once a year, but, you've spent 15, 20, 30, 40 times that amount on eating out because you're not tracking your spending. And I find the biggest account, so the third account as part of that system, is a spendings account. And that is the savior for everything, because that is the account where that's your money to spend. You spend as much as that money as you want, but it's a 7-day float. So at the end of the 7 days, you get another portion comes in so you can spend it again. But if you spend it before the 7 days, then you make do with what you got because you got no more money. Now, it takes a bit of discipline. And discipline is freedom. I've heard that before and I truly believe it. But, if you can live to that discipline, you budget the amount that you give yourself every 7 days, everything else gets trapped into your savings account. You're literally stopping all of the leaks of money coming out left, right, and center. And all you're doing is spending what you've allocated, no more. And, that's one of the best ways to, save more of the money that you earn. I'll put the Money Smart system. There's a PDF. I'll put that link in the comments below. But I highly recommend checking that system out, and jump across to Empower Wealth. Those guys teach a lot of great stuff. I have no way affiliated with them. I use them personally myself when it comes to property. But when I learnt that Money Smart system, it really did change how much money I could save, and it was ridiculous how much money I could save over a short, medium, and long period of time just by practicing that. And then also like a few other ways to make more money, because at the end of the day, the more money we have, the more money we can invest, the more money we can spend if that's what we want to do. But ideally, we want to save and invest because that's how we're going to create wealth over the long term. My favorite way is Facebook Marketplace. A lot of people give away free stuff on Facebook Marketplace that is valuable, even if it's $50 or something like that. You go pick it up. You do them a favor by taking it away from their house, bring it home, clean it up if it needs a clean up, and sell it for $50. And that is, all pure profits. Sure, you're spending fuel. If you don't have a ute or a trailer, borrow a mate for a day and plan a whole day of Facebook Marketplace. I've made hundreds of dollars in a single day doing this stuff, and hundreds of dollars adds up over the time, especially when you're doing it every single day, or if you're doing it say once a week or once a fortnight. If you can make $200-300 once a week or once a fortnight, you're making a couple of $1,000s extra a year, and that's pretty good money, especially when it's free money. So Facebook Marketplace is great for that. And there have been times where you may spend $20 or $30 because people are giving away a perfectly good fridge or something of value, and you pay $20-30 for that. You bring it home, you give it a clean out, and you sell it for $300 or $400. Like, the return on investment is massive. So jump on Marketplace, put the radius to however far you want to drive, 20, 30, 50 Ks around your house, and spend a whole day going to pick free stuff up, and then spend the next week cleaning it and selling it. And sure, it's a couple of hours out of your time, but when that couple of hours turns into $500-600, that's more money you can invest for your future. Find stuff around the house that you can sell. I've done it before. I've gone through the whole house, things that just sit in the corner and get dusted in cupboards and don't ever get used. Pull that stuff out and give it a clean up and throw it on Marketplace or throw it on Gumtree and see how much you can get for it. It's pretty crazy. One, how much stuff you just leave in the house that never gets used, but two, how much people are willing to pay for that stuff, because what might be your trash is somebody else's treasure. And even if it's $20-30 here and there, it could be $100 here and there, it all adds up. Chuck that stuff into your savings account, chuck it into your investment account, give yourself more fun money to invest and make some more money from that. Track it if you really want to and you're really interested in that stuff. See what you can make it a game, and making it fun is ways of actually doing this stuff more. See what you can find around the house, see what you can sell it for, track that money, and then invest that money, see what profits you can make from that money, so you can work out like, I found this pair of footy shoes I haven't used in years, and I bought and wore once, sold it for $100, and now that $100 is worth $400 after investing it for a while. Like, that's pretty cool if you can do that stuff. And then one other way is to work out what you really love doing, what's one of your hobbies or what are you passionate about, and monetize it. Find a way to monetize it, whether it's talking about it on YouTube and doing that for a couple of years to the point where you have a big following and you're getting paid to do that, whether it's you work out how you can help other people do the same thing, whether that is through YouTube or creating a website and or Facebook, just sharing out stuff on Facebook. And there's plenty of ways that you can monetize anything these days. I know there's a few good books out there that talk about how you can pretty much position yourself as an expert, because at the end of the day, if you are really good at something, then there's always going to be somebody who wants to be where you are, and you can monetize that by teaching them how to do it through courses and stuff like that. Like, I love investing. I'm creating my own investing course, and that's exciting to me, and I get to help people to get to the point where I'm at with it. And it's just like stuff like this YouTube video. I'm sharing ways that I make extra money, the way that I save more money, and it just helps other people. And that's something I'm passionate about, and I get to assist other people who want to be on that journey as well. So find something that you are passionate about and see if there is ways you can monetize it. Google's your best friend. Check everything on Google. There is a way to do anything these days. So that's a few ways to save some extra money and to make some extra money. I will put the link to the Money Smart System PDF in the description of this video. And if you have received any value, make sure you hit subscribe and like. Hit me up in the comments and just let me know if there's any videos you'd like me to do in the future, or let me know what you think of this one. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.